Okay, let's jump right in. We've been looking through these reports you shared, and wow, sounds like something pretty special might be happening soon.
Yeah, definitely. It's pointing towards a really powerful solar event that's heading our way.
And the big news seems to be this could mean a sky watching opportunity, maybe in places you wouldn't normally expect.
Exactly. So the sources we looked at, they really zero in on this one area of the sun called AR 3664.
Okay.
And it seems this region popped off a few times recently, like multiple eruptions.
Eruptions meaning CMEs, coronal mass ejections.
That's the one. Huge bursts of solar stuff, basically. Plasma and magnetic fields hurtling out.
Right. So our deep dive here is really about figuring out, okay, what does this mean for us down here on Earth?
Precisely. We wanted to know, where and when might you actually see something like an aurora? And what else are the reports saying? Any other impacts?
And it's not just the usual spots up north, is it? That's what caught my eye, and this seems bigger.
That's the key thing. So when these CMEs hit Earth's magnetic field, that interaction, that's what causes the aurora borealis, the northern lights.
Mm-hmm.
But the intensity of this event? Well, NOAA has put out a G4 geomagnetic storm watch. That's severe. It's pretty high up the scale.
G4. Okay, so that implies wider reach.
Significantly wider reach, potentially. It suggests the auroras could be visible much, much farther south than you'd normally think.
Okay, so for you listening, maybe somewhere in the US, where are we talking? Like, realistically?
Well, obviously, the best views, like directly overhead, they'll still be in those far northern states, Alaska, maybe northern tier states.
Sure, the usual suspects.
But the sources are really suggesting that you might see a glow, lower on the northern horizon, surprisingly far south.
How far south are we talking?
We're seeing mentions of places like Northern California,
Mm-hmm.
even Missouri, Kentucky, maybe even parts of Alabama.
Wow, Alabama, that's incredible for Aurora.
It is. It's a rare shot for those areas, definitely. Depends on the storm's strength hitting just right, of course.
Okay, crucial question then. When? When should people be looking up? What's the window?
The reports are pointing pretty clearly to Sunday night, June 2nd.
This Sunday.
Yep. And the prime time seems to be between about 10 p.m. and, say, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
your local time.
10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Sunday night.
That's it.
Got it. And conditions. What do you need?
Ah, yeah, the big one. Darkness. You absolutely have to get away from city lights. Find the darkest possible spot.
Makes sense. Light pollution kills it.
Totally. And give your eyes time to adjust, like 20 minutes, maybe 30. Look towards the north. And obviously check your local weather. You need clear skies.
Right. Clouds would ruin the show. Are there any, tools people can use?
Yeah, the sources mentioned checking NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center website. They have aurora forecasts. Or there are dedicated aurora apps that give real-time updates. Good idea to check those.
Okay. Now, beyond the cool visuals, which sound amazing, did the sources flag anything else? With the G4 storm, are there other effects?
They did mention some potential minor things. Slight wobbles in power grids could happen. Maybe some impacts on satellites or high-frequency radio, especially up in higher latitudes.
Mm-hmm.
But the reports say utilities, satellite operators, they've all been alerted. They're prepared.
So for most people listening, it's not really a risk. It's more an opportunity.
Exactly. For the average person, the main potential impact is just seeing a potentially incredible sky show where you normally wouldn't.
Okay, so let's boil it down. The key takeaway from digging into these sources is this G4 storm could bring the northern lights way farther south.
Right.
Maybe visible Sunday night, June 2nd, late evening, like 10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially from Northern California, Missouri, Kentucky, maybe even Alabama if you find a really dark spot with clear skies and look north.
That's the gist of it.
Yeah.
Minor tech stuff possible, but the main thing is the visual opportunity.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
How so?
Just the scale of it all, the sun millions of miles away,
Yeah?
throwing this energy, this material across space fast enough to get here and interact with our planet.
It's incredible power.
And it could light up the sky right above you. It's just a kind of profound reminder, isn't it? Our little spot in the cosmos. Sometimes you feel it most just by looking up.
Absolutely. A humbling perspective, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely worth trying to see if you can.